NANI?!
Finally, here, Jsaux Backplate. Been waiting for this for too long. Never been more excited about a package in a long time. Let's get this thing open and let's see what we got. Exterior packaging, immaculate. If you saw the Taki, or they literally use packing tape for this box. Literally packing tape. They used this tape for this box. And it's crooked. Such a shitty box. And the box is dented. Sure, everything should be fine. Can't believe they just use good old regular packing tape. At least they didn't use cheap packing tape. That's pretty decent packing tape that they used. All right, so let's before we open this, let's look at the box. Clear edition for Steam Deck, meaning they're probably gonna come up with more. Transparent back cover, custom buttons, designed for the Steam Deck. Cool. Jsaux, your packaging sucks so far. That's about it. Okay. All right, so this already actually looks better than the last one. This box wasn't here in the last one. I'm thinking this is where our buttons are. Right here we got some a screwdriver. Oof, the screws, guys. So excited about these screws. You don't even know. So excited about these. Don't need that. This is actually not too bad. I prefer a guitar pick style picker to open up my Steam Deck, but add this one to the collection. Look, we got some little finger condoms. Great. Don't know why you would need that. It's our instruction manual, clearly, for our thing, for our screws. Awesome about these screws. Oof, the little tiny screws. These ones are the ones that are so stripped on my Steam Deck from opening and reopening them. Super excited about that. And these are the screws for the new buttons, which is pretty cool. All right, and that's probably gonna be, look, they use the same packing tape. All right, buttons. Oh yeah, these red ones are the ones I want. Are these the super clicky ones? Yeah, look at that. So let's just take a look at these real quick. I think the red ones are the different style. I don't really know the difference, but let's take a look at these red ones real quick. This is the R4. That's a pretty big travel there. This one is together. There's no travel on these yellow ones. There's no travel, which is probably close to stock. Definitely not gonna use those. So it's either this one or the blue one. Oh my god, look at the blue one. Look at the travel in the blue one. That's so cool. That's so cool. All right, so that's pretty cool. Definitely gonna rock these blue ones. And then now let's get into, oh, here's the instruction manual. Not gonna need that. And here we are. Wow, feels kind of cheap. Sorry for the quick video break. This is your boy Nas, aka DIY Poppy. Just not the hands. If you haven't seen my face, this is what I look like. The hands behind the face, behind the hands, or hands behind, whatever. Quick break in the video just to let you know that I'm doing a challenge for subscribers. I'm hoeing myself out for subs, but the thing I'm hoeing out for is pull-ups. Meaning, for every sub I get, I'm gonna do a pull-up. Standards of the pull-up, all strict, and I'm gonna be able to chin-ups or regular pull-ups. This is a chin-up, also known as a supinated pull-up. Palms gonna face my face, head through at the bottom, head through at the top, to the top. That's a chin-up. Now here's a pull-up. Palms are gonna be facing away from my face. Same thing, head through at the bottom. Oh, it's at the top. Oh, that's pull-up. To keep this challenge honest, I will be uploading pull-ups I've done every week for each subscriber to my channel as a YouTube short. If you want to see your boy just get wrecked, go ahead and hit that sub, share this video with a friend, tell them to hit the sub. This is gonna get nasty. I'm gonna really regret this, but I'm gonna do it as long as I can for y'all. Appreciate it. Love ya. Now let's get back to the video. So it looks like the metal sheet is exposed in the back. Here's the thermal pad right here. This is gonna cover the whole thing. Wow. Yeah, this thing's gonna cover the whole inlet for the back plate. Wow. So let's just take a look at it right now. So if you haven't got this already, this feels cheaper than a stock back plate. This is very flimsy. The plastic here feels more brittle to the touch, but other than that, everything looks like it's in the right spot. Ventilation ducts. Let's flip it around. Here's our thermal pad. We're gonna peel this off when we attach it to our Steam Deck. Here's our screw mounts for our new custom buttons. Same fan grill. Pretty much other than these, this and these over here, pretty much the same as a stock Steam Deck backplate. I will say though, this aluminum sheet is on the exterior. This is gonna get stupid hot. Oh, that's not a good. I was really hoping this thing wouldn't be in the exterior, but it clearly is. It looks good. I'm not gonna lie, it looks great. Okay, so before we get this on, we actually have my Steam Deck here running. This is as close to stock that we're gonna get my backplate in, and boy, this fan is winding up. It does not like this stock configuration. It's been running for a while now, for about 5 or 6 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this back on the charge, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna clog up the vents to simulate it getting to peak, because your boy can't wait for 20 minutes for this thing to get to peak heat. So we're gonna take a shortcut and do it the dangerous way, because your boy lives dangerously. Then once we get these temps, then we can go ahead and see how much better is the Steam Deck backplate. So unfortunately though, we're not gonna be able to get good thermal readings on the back of our Steam Deck. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take thermal readings. We need a consensus point for our thermal gun. And so we're gonna aim for this spot on this stock backplate, and we'll aim for this spot right here on the new back. This thing is heating up. All right, that's already hot enough. Okay, so this is we're gonna let it calm down a little bit. Let's throw this thing on the charge real quick. So while that heated up, I got myself another beer. All right, so let's take some thermal readings. Damn, this fan is loud. This spot right here, that's gonna be our control. Room temp is 22.5. I think we've leveled out 79, 80. I always go for the highest number I see. Fan speed 4,800. Okay, so remember, this is as near stock as we're gonna get. Obviously your testing will be different. We removed all of the thermal pads, the extra ones that we put on the heat pipe and the APU, so that's all gone. And this is gonna be the spot we're aiming for, kind of in the middle between these two marks, halfway towards the top. So we're gonna be aiming here. That's gonna be our external hotspot, 32.3. And I'll use my new let's see how well these work. These aren't bad. No, this is not bad. And it's magnetic. Well, is it magnetic? Oh, this is a weak ass magnet. Okay, this screwdriver, not that awesome. My cheap one from Amazon, this thing, way better. So this is trash. Trash, trash, trash. Yes, babe? Did you ever feed the cat? Yeah, I did. I don't know why I put all these screws in, but I had to for testing. Where's my new one? So I always attack from here. Ugh. This sucks. Guitar pick for the win, because you can slide you get the guitar pick in. See that? You can slide this one in and kind of bring it down. Super chill. Way more consensual. There you go. Okay. This overall build quality, This is stock one is so much better. I can just feel the difference. Feel it. Let's talk about this placement. So it's gonna sit just like that. Key problems. I'm gonna flip this up right here like this. It looks like this thermal pad is in this channel. Okay, so remember where this is. Let's go over the top. It is going to be blocking a majority of this channel, if not the whole channel. Let's try to let's flip it upside down. Maybe you can see it better. Channel's right here to our left. And the thermal pad's right there. It's gonna go basically right on top of that channel. So, issue with that is air comes naturally through this ventilation hole, then hits this back plate, cools down some of the VRMs. Remember, everything is attached to this heat shield, and then the air finds its way through this channel and then up and then into the fan or through the crack here for the blower fan. That's how the system was meant to work. This thermal pad is blocking this air channel. To what degree? I do not know. It's all speculation, except for the fact that I do know it is blocking. So if you buy this, this will block that air channel. By blocking that air channel, what we're doing is we're restricting airflow into the fan. Air wants to go through here, up here, and then across. Now air needs to find its way. It's probably gonna squeak through here, come through other channels, through other avenues to get into this fan. Because remember, it's a negative pressure system. So air needs to travel to this fan by any means necessary. So problem is when you restrict air to this fan, the fan's gonna need to go harder so that it can pull more air in. So it's gonna ramp up higher. This backplate will naturally make your fan ramp up more because it is cutting circulation. But I will say with this thermal pad here, what you're doing is you're drawing more heat into additional aluminum backplate and the thermal pad itself. This is a huge design issue in my opinion. This how big this thing is and how it blocks that ventilation. It's hard to show it to you guys, but this thing covers that whole, it covers the whole thing. Let me see. Let me try to angle in a way. So you see that? This is how it would normally close. It covers this whole gap. That's not great. That's not awesome. I really don't like that aspect of this. I really hate that aspect of this. And I understand why they did that. They were trying to get as much thermal contact to the aluminum heat shield as possible, but you're really blocking that airflow. Remember our original mod, we had our vent right here in the fan, right? This is the mod 1. So OG backplate, vents here, air went straight into the mod, was causing issues for our IC chip, VRM MOSFETs right here. This mod was making it hotter. So the way we resolved this issue with this mod, we resolved the issue by putting thermal pads inside our heat shield. If you haven't seen that video, check out the video. I'll post it right here, where we put thermal pads underneath this heat shield on this heat pipe, beefed up our VRM and our MOSFET pads with more thermal pads to make it a much more even surface so heat conduct better into this aluminum heat shield, which helped draw a lot of the heat from this internal components. So essentially we fixed the problem with our first mod, which was potentially overheating our IC and our MOSFET VRM. Jsaux, they ignored all of that. They're literally starving that whole the system with air. Most of your cooling, your passive cooling, I would say at least 50%, just throwing a random number out there, would be clogged up because of this thermal pad right here. So this is already a big no in my opinion. We won't know until we actually do thermal probe tests, but I guarantee this will make your controller VRM, this backplate will make your VRM, your controller, your IC, and your MOSFETs run hotter by far. I guarantee this, they will run hotter with this backplate, just with my testing alone. Before we keep moving forward, we need to put our new buttons. The whole reason why I got this, I'm going with the blue ones. Looks like all you have to do is kind of hook them in and then screw them down. Go like that. There we go. Gotta hook underneath. So you gotta hook this tab underneath. The throw is gonna be ridiculous. I love it. You screw into metal points versus just plastic. I will give them that credit. I like that very much. Okay, that's it. I won't lie, I do like the feel of this way better than the stock. This feels way better. Can't forget to take off those plastic sheathing. When I rock this, because I'll probably rock this one as my stock Steam Deck, I'm taking this thermal pad off. Wonder if it's a decent thermal pad. I'm gonna just squish it down real quick, just right here, without locking it in place. I'm gonna put a lot of pressure on there just to see the imprint. Yep, you see that? You see this little rectangle right here? I don't know if you can see it. I'll flash it up and down. That's the line for this whole thing. So it is blocking this whole channel. Not a good sign. Not a good sign. Don't like it. Don't like it at all. Oh my! I tell you right now, this thing doesn't close all the way anymore. Not like it used to. This thermal pad is thick. It's a thick pad.
Damn, boy, he's thick! Boy, that's a thick ass boy!
Oh yeah. Real quick, guys. I paid for this thing with my own money. This was not sent to me. Paid for it with my own money, and I waited the ungodly amount of time that it took for this to get here. It just feels cheap. I'm just touching it. It just feels cheap. Like, this feels nice. This feels cheap to me. This feels very cheap. Oh God, the seams don't match up. Start this game at least. Stop complaining. This seam gap is not great. I haven't put all the screws in, but there's a gap here in the seam. It's not a perfect fit. You see that gap there? There was a gap there with the original Steam Deck, but this is quite worse. It just doesn't feel good. Also, there's a little raised here, so you get caught right here. So you can feel that in your palm. Not great. Not happy. Let's get the rest of these screws in. Most important screw back here out of all of these ones is this one and this one. These two are the most important screws, so if any screw is loose, you will see a performance change if these two are not screwed in pretty snugly. I like the buttons. I'm not gonna lie. This button, oh my God, this feels amazing. Oh, sounds great. Oh, it feels so good. And it feels good in the palm with these buttons. It feels really good. It feels very good. Let's ramp up the heat. So your boy don't got time for that, so we're gonna do it dangerous way. Let's heat this bad boy up. Let's let it cool down. Now, with these back buttons, feels like it just feels comfortable to me. Like, this feels like I love it. I love the feeling of this. Definitely, we're gonna be chopping up this back plate. We're gonna be taking off. We're gonna demod this back plate, and we're gonna keep this back plate over this one for sure. Just because the feel of it is just so much better. But this shit. Annoying as hell. Okay, let's let this thing cool down. Let's just check our room temp real quick. We won't. Still about the same. Cool. So the room hasn't changed in temperature. 5,300 RPMs is very loud. So it's 48 dBs at the monitor, and about 1.5 feet away is at 37 dBs. It's super loud. 5,300. I don't know how people can play with a Steam Deck like this if you don't have headphones. Okay, so it doesn't look like the temperatures are going down any much more. Just give it a little bit more time. We gotta give this thing its best shot possible. This thing is a hurry up because I gotta pee. I'm gonna give it one more minute. Okay, guys, we're gonna call it here. This thing is hot garbage. All right, we're just gonna go ahead, take our thermal readings. I don't think it's gonna get any. So room temperature is the same, 22.5, 78, 79, 80. Same temps, 5,300 on the fan. Okay, now the piece la resistance. How hot is this spot? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4.5, almost 5. Man, that's hot. Whoo! 51.8. So that's the spot we aimed for. 51.8. 21 degrees hotter than it was with our stock plate. Stock plate. Remember, stock plate. This is a hot boy. Hot boy. Okay, let's just see where the APU is at. Let's see how hot that. Okay, so it's 53, 52. This is where the APU is at. Right here is a little cooler. I don't think there's as much thermal pad there. Let's see where our ERM controllers are. Well, those are actually not too bad on the heat shield. Things here is SSD. Hotspot 52. That's hot. 52 degrees centigrade. 126 degrees Fahrenheit. Holy shit, that's hot. It's even hotter now. 52. It is 21. Oh, no, that's even. That's 20. What am I doing? I can't do math. Stop drinking. Just stop drinking, Nas. 20. All right, let's do closeouts. All right. Let's talk about the new Let's do our closing talk about the Jsaux Backplate. I gotta turn this thing off. This thing is too loud. This is too loud for me. Okay. Let's talk about the Jsaux Backplate. If you want this for its cooling aspects, do not buy this. Do not buy this. Do not buy this. Do not buy this. I don't care the fact that you can put a cooler on here, a Peltier, doesn't freaking matter. But you should stay tuned because I will be putting a Peltier on this. I will be putting an 85 watt Peltier, 3 times stronger than any Peltier you can buy right now on Amazon. We're going to put it on this and see how well that works. I think it's going to work okay. I don't think it's going to be as good as our previous testing, but we'll see. This is hot trash. This is hot trash if you're using this as a cooling solution. This is the worst cooling solution you could ever do. Ever do. Not only is this thing hot enough to the point where you can't touch it. It gets hot enough. It cuts factory ventilation slots in the back with its thermal pad. So you're choking the fan ramps up higher. It's trash. So let's just talk about it real quick. Let's look at the numbers. Numbers don't lie. Numbers are friend. Remember, we're using our stock backplate. Room temp's the same. GPU, CPU, exact same. And remember, we stressed it. We fucking did the same thing to both of them. Fan speed difference is key. We're 500 RPMs lower with the stock configuration versus this hot trash. This is hot trash, literally hot trash. We are 500 RPM lower with our stock configuration versus this Jsaux hot trash because it's literally hot. Fan speeds at 5300, super loud for my taste, and it's 20 degrees hotter in our chosen hotspot, which is right here and right here over here. Freaking it's 125 degrees Fahrenheit. This thing runs hot in the back. It is trash. It is hot garbage. Do not buy this backplate if you want it to cool your Steam Deck. This backplate will probably more likely break your Steam Deck sooner than it will keeping it stock. Mainly because of the airflow restrictions here that are not addressed the way we addressed it in our previous mods. That's a big no-no for me. Also, your fan will run a little higher. Obviously, fan degradation will happen. And this stock fan right here, replacements are the same amount as this backplate. So that's a $30 fix. And your APU and your MOSFET VRM issue are going to be a $500 fix because you're going to have to buy a new Steam Deck at that point. But let's talk about the good points. These buttons. That's it. These buttons and the way you hold it now, the way it holds in your hand, that's everything. This is the only reason why this is a good case, in my opinion, is just these back buttons. This is the only reason I bought them. and these screws. And no one gives a fuck about these fucking hand condoms. This is stupid. This is them trying to give you value. There's no value in that. This is value. These buttons are value. They should have just made a backplate without this, with these buttons, and sold it as is. This is just a fucking gimmick that is actually going to probably end up breaking your Steam Deck a little bit quicker. But other than that, my name is Nas, aka DIY Poppy. Guys, thank you for watching this video. Hopefully this was informative enough for you and you learned something. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. And if you like this video, hit that like. If you love this video, hit that subscribe. And remember, if you really want to help out this channel and help me recoup this freaking money pit, which is this damn backplate, go ahead and go to DIYpoppy.net, pick up one of our shirts. I would really appreciate it. The channel would. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.